ट्रांसफर ऑफ फ्लैट, स्टाम्प ड्यूटी, रजिस्ट्रेशन, रिकवरी ऑफ ड्यूज, रेरा व मोफा जैसे महत्वपूर्ण विषय हो या आपकी सोसाइटी का रीडेवलपमेंट या सेल्फ रीडेवलपमेंट, बेस्ट व लीगल एडवाइस के लिए संपर्क कर सकते हैं महासेवा और प्रभु एसोसिएट की एक्सपर्ट टीम से। हमारे फोन नंबर है 02242551414।
So now, of course, I will request our next speaker, Mahesh Talreja, to come and on DCPR. It is known as DCPR. Sir, before you could come, what we discussed is why redevelopment is required, what are the various provisions and all that. And DCPR is the most important thing they want to understand. What are the various implications of the Development Control and Provisions Regulation 2034 as far as housing society is concerned, and again MADA societies. Maybe you can touch upon other cluster development and other things. So Mahesh Talreja, I'll just once again introduce you. He was in the municipal corporation in the building proposal. He has worked there, I think 12 years, 17 and a half years. So he has worked there in the municipal corporation. Thereafter, for 12 years, he was with the SRA. Again, SRA, you may be knowing, is a separate planning authority, again approving the plans and other thing. Thereafter, he has worked with the Omkar Builders, which is a renowned builder, with them dealing with the again approval, licensing, making plans and various, and he is associated with Maharashtra Society Welfare Association as an advisory board, and wherever any changes are happening in the development control rule, definitely he comes and gives the lectures, and he becomes a part of our expert group and he delivers the talk. So lot of suggestions through him we have submitted to the government, and lot of things have been changing. So therefore today I said, when we are talking about development control, and promotion regulation, I said you are required to be here, and he has come all the way, of course in Mumbai, but taken out the time. That is more important. Now he is a regular consultant advisor not only to Omkar and many of the developers, and I think you should give a round of applause and let us invite him. Yes, sir. Now let me give you the mixture of the crowd. How many of you are from a housing society office bearers? Just raise the hand. Sir, look at this. This is a mixed crowd. So these are the housing society office bearers. How many of you are advocates? So you will find number of advocates. So you will get lot of questions. Third, we have got a landowners. You are a landowner. Her department mein. So there are builders. How many builders are there? Yes, 1, 2 developers are there. Now chartered accountants are there. So how many are chartered? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So there are various other engineers, consultants, architects, so society consultants. So it is a mixed crowd. So you need to handle them. Okay. So thank you very much. And we will be concentrating on DCPR. Okay.
Before I move further, I would like to have cooperation from you, that you won't ask any questions. So hi everybody, good morning, and please pardon me, I got delayed because of certain commitments that I had. I forgot that time. Okay. As this session has already started and you have already gone through can anyone tell me what do you understand redevelopment in a layman's term? Redevelopment. What do you understand by redevelopment in a layman's term? If that is the redevelopment, fine, sir. There are many attributes attached to redevelopment. If that is redevelopment, then what is development? New. The word new is very important. What else? Well, I will put it in a layman's term. It's nothing but change of status of the land. Anything that changes the status will lead into a development. Even agriculture can be treated as a development. Until and unless somebody sows or tills the land is in a status quo position. So any intervention, human intervention, will lead to the development. That's what is the general layman's. Go through that one by one. What I will be basically dealing with is the regulation part of it. And to be very frank, we'll be sticking to 1991 ka regulation. Since 2034, the new development control and promotion regulation has not yet come into force. 1st September onwards it will come into force. Only the sanctioned part will be implemented fully, and the parts which are in excluded parts, that is EP parts, they were under suggestion objection, and there will be hearings to that, and that finalization of this excluded part will take some time. So till such time it gets finalized, probably they will implement the stringent of the provisions already sanctioned in 1991 and the excluded part. So rather than going into all these complexities, let us understand the basics. The basics are very much there in the 1991 regulations. From there, okay, we'll go to the 2034 also, but unless you know the past, you will not be able to go to future. Unless I respect my forefathers, no, I won't be here, sir. So our forefathers have laid the foundations. Unless you are thorough in your foundation, you won't be able to go to 2034. Nevertheless, we'll be discussing important changes that have happened in 2034, but yet to be implemented. Mind you, I'm using those words yet to be implemented because 2034 itself has changed twice. Initially, when it was put in the public domain for suggestion objection, it was very liberal. Post suggestion objection, now the government, what is it has published as the excluded part, it has again become stringent. Mind you, it has gone back to 1991 era, except for one aspect of RG deduction. That's all. So you're getting me? What I'm trying. So that is why it is in your interest to understand the basics. We'll go one by one, sir. Okay. Yeah.
So, after the 2034, partly is and excluded part, suggestion objection is there. Yeah, this way. You may take this.
Hello. Hello. Yeah. So as I told you, see why I'm doing all this thing because I myself have found to be true for my life. Unless and until I understand the basics from where it has all started, I was not able to gather what is happening in my class. So in fact, sometimes I used to revisit my earlier classes also. So it used to happen with me. So that's why, I go from the way it has evolved. So from this point of view, what we are going to cover in this session will be like evolution and rationale, how the DCR came into being, why it should have come, why this planning, types of redevelopment, what was there before redevelopment could come into play, why it was not there, why it came now, then existing provisions of DCR and what is the proposed DCR. That is your topic will be getting covered in that. Process of redevelopment. All these other topics in a process of redevelopment, verification, process title, probably many of you have already gone through it. But there are certain intricacies to that. Those things we'll have to keep in mind while we are doing any redevelopment. So we are going to discuss those things also. Key documents required and all those things. Best practices that are followed. These all things we are aware. Probably there are so many people, from the kind of gentry that I am finding over here. You must be aware, but we are going to discuss only the intricacies of it, which are very important things out of those many maze of things which are there. This is what is, just now I discussed what is development. Any change in status of land can be termed as development. And why redevelopment? Now tell me why redevelopment? Somebody, just now we pointed out so many reasons. So reasons for that only, that buildings get dilapidated, family sizes increase, the space is constrained. As it is, there's a very good thing, when I came across, I was working in SRA, I was working in BMC. So I used to meet many builders, One of the builder, he gave a very interesting, contention to me. I was just arguing with him, boss, your plot area mentioned in your documents is say XYZ. We'll take for example, it was 10,000 square meters. Whereas in your PR card, the area is 10,100 square meters. So where does this 1,100 come from? In your document is 10,000, you have rights only for 10,000 square meters. So I will not be giving you anything beyond 10,000. Although you have in your PR card, the area is 10,100. You know what contention he said? Sir, document किसने बनाया? आपके जैसे मेरे जैसे एक आदमी ने. पृथ्वी किसने बनाई? भगवान ने. पृथ्वी को मैं स्ट्रेच तो नहीं करूंगा ना रबर की तरह कि वो 10,100 हो गया. आज आप है ना सभी बेसिक थिंग्स के लिए, ओनरशिप के लिए, एरिया के लिए, यू रिफर टू गवर्नमेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स. ओके, गवर्नमेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स को आप प्राइम पकड़ते हो. किसी प्राइवेट आदमी ने बोला ना कि मेरा एरिया इतना है, चाहे वो उल्टा हो जाएगा, चाहे वो अपने कपड़े फाड़ देगा, लेकिन आप उसकी नहीं मानोगे. क्यों? क्योंकि अथॉरिटी नहीं है. लॉ में जिसको अथॉरिटी दी रहती है ना, उस अथॉरिटी का, वो सिग्नेचर का, सॉरी टू यूज, सिग्नेचर का सब कुछ होता है. इंपॉर्टेंस सिग्नेचर, उस साइन का इंपॉर्टेंस क्यों है? क्योंकि उसको इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स ने उसको पावर दिया है कि ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ दिस यू हैव द अथॉरिटी टू सर्टिफाई सर्टेन थिंग्स, सो दैट अथॉरिटी का सर्टिफिकेट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड इज दैट सर्टिफिकेट, यू आर रिलाइंग इन दैट, so you give me 10,100, why are you restricting to 10,000? As it is, you are going to ask me to demarcate the plot, and demarcation में जो एरिया आएगा तब आएगा, मैंने स्ट्रेच नहीं किया, तो पृथ्वी रबर नहीं है, पृथ्वी का एरिया फिक्स है, वो तो वही का वही रहेगा। व्हाट कैन चेंजेस, एक जगह से प्लॉट एरिया कम होके कहीं ना कहीं तो इंक्रीज होएगा ही, समझ लो ना। आज मेरा प्लॉट है, अगर मेरा प्लॉट 9,000 स्क्वायर मीटर है, मेजरमेंट में अगर वो 8,900 आता है तो 100 कहाँ पे जाएगा, या तो इधर जाएगा, या तो उधर जाएगा, तो इधर जाएगा, तो इधर, चारों जो 4 बाउंड्रीज है कहीं नहीं किसी और प्लॉट में ऐड हो जाएगा, क्योंकि पृथ्वी का डायमीटर एक ही है, वो तो चेंज नहीं होगा सर। So these are what I'm trying to tell you is that certain basic things sometimes we forget, and those things sometimes trouble us a lot. There you have to apply your practicalities, and there are many things which I will be dealing in practical terms rather than going into nitty-gritties of the wordings that are mentioned. You understand what is the implication of those wordings. We'll be talking about demography. Yeah, these are the reasons of redevelopment. Structurally weak, structure will become weak over a period of time. Destruction due to any natural calamities. Demographical changes. There could be demographic. What happened after partition? Hindus moved from Pakistan to India. Many Muslims moved to this thing, Pakistan. So areas which were over here Muslim dominated, all of a sudden became Hindu dominated. There the areas might have become Muslim dominated. So demographical changes also lead to redevelopment. Why? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone imagine that? Why it should be so? Space constraints and the culture and the mentality and the utility. I mean, see, the way, very rightly you said, the way you use the space also differs from culture to culture. So sometimes it leads to that. Change in use of zone. Change in use of zone comes over a period of time. We'll deal with that, how this is mattering. Change will come only when there is something existing. So change in use of zone must have come only when there was a zone. So what would have happened if there was no zone initially? So there was no change of zone when the very first plans came. When the very first plans came in this development, I mean in this city, for development, for maybe regional plans, there was no change something. But there were provisions made for that. Paucity of open land, which is what we are facing in Mumbai today. You hardly find any greenfield development. It is all brownfield. Population growth, family requirements, life expectancy increases. So that is why population growth is always there. As regards the evolution, all this time there was no provision till particular time. There was no provision for redevelopment. Can anyone tell me when was the development of city of Mumbai first conceptualized? You people are all working in this field, I believe. When was it first conceptualized? I am talking about when was the first DP. Indirectly, I am asking when was the first DP published for Mumbai? 67. It was 1967. Prior to that, what was it? Sorry? British, yes, you are right, sir. Prior to that, Britishers were there. But what was it? Yes, agricultural land is part of regional plans. Prior to DP, it was regional plans. If you go through MRTP Act, what is it MRTP stands for? Maharashtra Regional and Town Planning Act. Where is the mention of DP in this? Maharashtra Regional and Town Planning Act. There is no mention of DP, but still DP is promulgated under MRTP Act. MRTP Act has the provisions that there has to be regions which have to be planned. Then when those regions become highly populated, focus required, they turn into towns which are hugely developed. Then you require focus attention in the form of development plan for that city. So initially, there was something called regional plans. That is, huge regions were planned to be developed in a particular fashion. There were certain zones mentioned, there were certain users mentioned in those zones. The zones could be agricultural zone, those zones could be urbanizable zone, U1, U2. Those zones could be G1, G2, green zone 1, green zone 2. Then there could be NDZ, there could be forest zones. Regions will comprise of more than one or two districts, mind you. It can comprise more than one or two districts. It could be more than one district will be one region. There will be so many districts. Development plan will be focused to a city, which will be part of a regional plan. What do you understand by Mumbai metropolitan region? Can anyone tell me what are the extents of Mumbai metropolitan region? Where does it expand to? From where does it start? Kolaba to? That is city. That is city. I am talking about Mumbai metropolitan region. Before this city could come into being, I am telling before this development plan, 1967 could come, Mumbai is nothing but part of Mumbai metropolitan region. Mumbai metropolitan region extends from Kolaba to Virar, Panvel, Karjat, Kasara, everything is in MMR. Mumbai metropolitan region comprises of northern parts of boundary of Mumbai, west, northeastern, northwestern, and even southern part up to Raigad. You getting me? Even Navi Mumbai was part of Mumbai metropolitan region. So MMR region, when you go to MMR, you will find plans of these metropolitan regions. They comprise of Mumbai, Thana, Kalyan, Dombivli. They will comprise of the areas which are not municipalized, all those areas. Wherever the areas have got municipalized, you have separate DCR for them. Areas which are not municipalized, you were earlier having their bylaws or there were certain rules which are different than rules of the municipalized region. Now they have come up from since 2013, standard development control and promotion regulation for all the areas in MMR, even whether they are municipalized or not. Wherever they are municipalized, they have their separate DP, they have their separate regulation, but otherwise areas which are other than municipalized, they are governed by standard DCPR. Okay, that word of promotion has come from that. Interesting part of the development control regulation and promotion, why this promotion came, all this time we were saying DCR, development control regulation. So what does the mean development control regulation? That means control has to be exercised on the development in Mumbai. It was a negative concoction. And government with the passage of time wanted to provide a positive picture. That is why they came up with promotion. You control the development at the same time also promote the development. That is why it is development control and promotion regulation. So you will find many enabling regulations now in under DCPR 2034, all the defects that was there in 1991 regulation, all the problems that was there in DP have been rectified to the maximum extent. What is DP 2034, It is 90% 1991 DP. Only they have made improvements in that. What is DCR 2034, 90% DCR 1991. Only improvements have been made. Improvements per se the experience that was gained during the period of 1991 to 2014. That is DCPR 2034. You got your point, sir? That is the only difference. It is 90% 1991 regulation. There are certain improvements done over a period of time. Whatever experience they gained while implementing this DP, per se 1991, they have only done that. Nothing else. There was a paradigm shift in the DP which was cancelled. The development plan which was made in May 2015, that was really commendable development plan. Unfortunately, because of human errors, people started criticizing it. There is something called TOD that was there, transport oriented development. The concept was very good. Unfortunately, the implementation part over here, while putting into the plans, they erred. Human error crept into that, and that is why people started. I was one of the person who was strongly criticizing that 2015 DP. Otherwise, the concept was very good. They had adopted international concept, and it was totally different than what was there in 1991. Unfortunately, because they had a very bad experience of that May 2015 DP, that is why they played safe this time. They continued with the DP of 1991 and only improvised upon it. That's all. we're talking about evolution. Why all this was necessary to understand that, ki where have we come? Why, how have we come to redevelopment? Unless there is a development, there will be no redevelopment. The development has to start with certain provisions by the government. The government is the trustee of people. They will look into the development of the entire state. Here we are talking about Maharashtra. So they will look into the development of the entire state. In the best interest of the public, they will try to provide things in the plannings that they are going to propose for the entire state. So those are done in regional plans. Regional plans, once the areas within the regional plans get developed, future developed, people move into those places, those highly developed places, they become highly densely populated areas, then they get converted into cities and you have separate focused development plan for cities. That's the difference between regional plan and development plan. Under this development plan, in order to implement the development plan, certain rules have to be promulgated. Those rules are nothing but development control regulations. DCR is part of DP, mind you. DP without DCR is incomplete. DCR without referring to DP is of no consequence. DCR is part of DP. In order to implement the DP, you read certain rules and regulations. Those are prescribed in development control regulations. Within these development control regulations, you have provisions of redevelopment from 1991 onwards. Why there was no provision for redevelopment prior to 1991? Can anyone tell me? Any guesses? There was no development. Precisely, sir, because आपको मालूम है बॉम्बे का एक फेमस स्टोरी कहां से स्टार्ट हुआ? बॉम्बे, बॉम्बे, गुड बे कहां से स्टार्ट हुआ? गेटवे ऑफ इंडिया से अंग्रेज लोग आए, उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया डेवलपमेंट. आज भी अपन पुराने पिक्चर देखोगे ना, हॉर्निमून सर्कल और वो नरीमन पॉइंट का, गॉड, इट इज प्रिंसली, बिल्डिंग बैंग ऑन द रोड. Those actually there were no roads developed. It got developed into roads. Okay, those buildings are constructed by Britishers. So it was all without planning, mind you. We, in fact, what do we say? We praise Britishers that they had a foresight of 100 years. Yes, for the railways and everything, it was very good. But for the buildings, what they constructed, can anyone tell me what is the defect in those buildings? It is very visible defect. Yes, touching to each other, there is no open space between the sides of the building. There is only open space between front and back. Front also it is bang on the road. In fact, the buildings have been on part of the road. I have seen buildings in Baroda, are you aware of anybody aware of Baroda, Pani Gate and this thing, Lairipura area? Building is on the road and vehicles move under the building. Yeah, under the building. The building is, ground floor is here, upper floor is projected outward, and the gap between the first floor and the ground floor, the vehicles move. So, they were not good in planning, mind you, for buildings as such. Similarly, you see VT ka building. You see, VT station ka building, dekho sir, bang on road pe hai. If you move from Masjid to VT, there is a building, office building, which is bang on road. People move through that. There are so many buildings. ब्रिटिश एरियाज का बिल्डिंग जो है ना, वहां पे अभी फुटपाथ तो बना दिए, पहले वो फुटपाथ नहीं थे, they were all on road. Now those people are using that for, hawkers are using those places. Sorry? They were superior, much superior. Even आज भी कर्नाक बंदर ब्रिज का है ना, they were so, मतलब hats off to those people for their honesty. I am not talking about their other things. I am talking only about the planning aspect. As far as the building and architectural planning was required, they were falling short in that. They did not realize about the environment aspect that time. See, environment mein kya hai? What are municipalities working over? Can anyone tell me what is the basic duty of a municipal corporation? Why municipal corporations were created? बस उतना ही. बाबा आदम के जमाने से ना म्युनिसिपैलिटी के लिए ना सिर्फ यही सुनता है कि साला कचरा ही साफ करती है. So bad, so bad. To maintain public health and hygiene. Their prime duty is to maintain public health and hygiene. This is a very, very vast and very vast topic if you can. I am not praising because I am working in BMC. I have never learned in these things in BMC. That is one part of it. That is one part of it. What is your name, sir? Rajesh is this. Rajesh is this. कैसा लग रहा है आपको? Only code. Rajesh is this. Personality. That is what I am trying to tell you, sir. कि म्युनिसिपैलिटी बोला तो साफ सफाई, पब्लिक हेल्थ एंड हाइजीन मेंटेन करने के लिए देयर आर सो मेनी एस्पेक्ट्स इन्वॉल्व. द इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट इज इवन एनवायरनमेंट. अगर ओपन स्पेसेस नहीं रहेंगे, हवा पानी नहीं आएगा किसी के घर में, हेल्थ एंड हाइजीन कहाँ से मेंटेन होगा? साफ सफाई नहीं होगी, कहाँ से हेल्थ एंड हाइजीन मेंटेन होगा? रोड्स एंड अगर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप ही नहीं हुआ तो हेल्थ एंड हाइजीन कैसे? इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इज हाउ इज इट कंसर्न विद हेल्थ एंड हाइजीन? कैन एनीवन टेल मी हाउ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट ऑफ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इज कंसर्न विद हेल्थ एंड हाइजीन? Because we have been growing our populations. इसके लिए सर मैं आपको बताता हूं, और सभी प्रॉब्लम्स का एक ही प्रॉब्लम है, सभी प्रॉब्लम्स की एक ही जड़ है, पॉपुलेशन. पॉपुलेशन बहुत आई एम साउंडिंग वेरी बहुत ही सिंपल है क्या? ये तो बाबा आदम के जमाने से सुनते आ रहे हैं, हम बच्चे थे तब से सुनते आ रहे हैं, बट दैट इज अ फैक्ट. जस्ट इमेजिन. आपको मैं आगे जाऊंगा, मैं बताऊंगा. एवोल्यूशन में हम लोग ने एक बात करी है एडम एंड ईव की. आपको मालूम है जब पृथ्वी आई थी, हम लोग सुनते आ रहे बचपन से, पहले पृथ्वी पे कौन था? सिर्फ एडम और ईव. क्या झगड़ा था? आधी पृथ्वी ईव की, आधी पृथ्वी एडम की. उसके बाद उनके बच्चे हुए, समझो 4 बच्चे हुए तो 6 में बढ़ गई पृथ्वी. फिर उनके बच्चे आए, समझो 12 बच्चे हुए तो 18 में डिवाइड हो गई. फिर उनके बच्चे आए, 36 में डिवाइड हो गई. आज करते करते 7 बिलियन में डिवाइड हो गई पृथ्वी. अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग. Why are they eating into your open spaces and all those things? Just go behind that. There could be more compelling reasons for that. I'm not supporting because I was working over there. Mind you, it's a very thankless job over there. I'm telling you. People only वो जो बाहर से जो पिक्चर पेंट किया रहता है ना, वही आ जाता है. ताड़ी के धार के नीचे बैठा तो साला बेवड़ा होगा ही, ताड़ी तो पिया ही होगा. किसको पता ताड़ी के झाड़ के नीचे क्यों बैठा हो? सनरेज से बचने के लिए भी बैठा होगा या क्या कर रहा है, कुछ उसको इंपॉर्टेंट काम होगा, इसके लिए बैठा होगा. वी डू नॉट नो. ताड़ी के झाड़ के नीचे बैठा मतलब बेवड़ा है, ताड़ी पीता ही होगा वो. नॉट दैट वे. ओपन योर माइंड सर. हम लोग बहुत ही गलत इसमें चले जाते हैं. नॉट सपोर्टिंग एनीबडी. आई एम टेलिंग यू, अगर आपकी बात निकली है ना, मैं कुछ और बताता हूँ. बिकॉज व्हाट आई एम गेटिंग दी वाइब्स इन, आई एम टेलिंग यू, हाईएस्ट करप्शन इज देयर इन द प्राइवेट सेक्टर. आई हैव सीन बोथ साइड ऑफ द टेबल. Highest corruption is there in the private sector. I'm telling you. I'm sorry if people are getting offended, but it is there. सर किसी का नाम अभी क्या लें सर, but it is there. क्यों उनका नाम नहीं लिया जाता? क्यों बोला नहीं जाता कि उसने मेरी ओपन स्पेस खा ली, उसने मेरा ये कर लिया? क्यों नहीं बोला जाता? You want some scapegoat, और वो scapegoat है BMC. I'm telling you very frankly. Government people are the scapegoats. So, I'm going into offending it. Yeah. Only I'll go to one important thing. वो evolution का बताया था ना मैंने आपको, तो वहां से मतलब ultimately why I'm telling you all these things, what we are leading to is that, we are leading to equitable resources to be our right. Equitable resources to be our right. Because अगर इंसान ने इस पृथ्वी पर जन्म लिया है तो वो पृथ्वी पर ही रहेगा, मार्स पे जाकर नहीं रहेगा. माइंड यू. सो जब लार्जर पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट आता है ना, तब एक इंडिविजुअल को तकलीफ होती है ना, तो गवर्नमेंट वो नहीं सोचेगी इंडिविजुअल का, वो यही सोचेगी लार्जर पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट होता है तो इंडिविजुअल को तकलीफ होती, थोड़ी उसको तकलीफ होने दो. लेकिन आजकल तो वो तकलीफें भी निकाल दी गई है, क्योंकि उसके लिए देयर आर सर्टेन, very rightly he has pointed out to you already, monetary compensation, everything has been improved so much कि अगर किसी का लैंड भी एक्वायर कर दिया ना, तो मुंबई जैसी सिटी में ट्वाइस ही रेडी रखना रेट, 2.5 टाइम्स ही रेडी रखना रेट का वैल्यू मिलता है. और खेड़े गांव वगैरह में रहेगा तो आपको 4 टाइम्स ही रेडी रखना रेट मिलता है. सो आई एम cutting this topic over here. We'll continue with this after tea break, but I am creating a background that ki understand, have your mind open, keep your mind open, sir. Try to understand the perspectives from both the points of view, from both the sides of the table. So you'll understand much better ki why things have happened. Unless and until you know why, you'll never remember things. Ratta maar ke kuch fayda nahi hai. If you अंडरस्टैंड द बेसिक्स बिहाइंड इट, द कंटेक्स्ट, जो क्या बोलते हैं रीजन बिहाइंड इट ना, वो जिंदगी भर यहाँ पे फिट हो जाता है. So we'll continue with that. We'll go to the proper aspects of the DCR, what they are talking about redevelopment, what are the kinds of potentials that are available in the redevelopment, what rules have been promulgated, what each rule signifies. All those things we'll talk about.